Next, animal species. There are few animal species which are in news. These species can be asked in exam. If they does not ask about the species, they may ask about the specific feature about these species. For example, 2022 papers, 2021, 2020 paper, we can see elephant related feature and also tiger features. Like this, they may ask question in the examination. First one is Royal Bengal tiger. So why Royal Bengal tiger was in news? Because a special melanistic tiger, which is also called as a black tiger, found in Simlipal National Park. So in exam, they may ask about the Simlipal National Park and also they may ask about black tiger. So let us discuss first what is black tiger. Black tiger, famously known as a melanistic tiger, found only in Simlipal National Park. We cannot see these type of breeds in other areas. So why black, why melanistic, why it is called as a melanistic tiger? Because it is having a rare color variant of the tigers. And compared to other Royal Bengal tiger, these species caused by a lack of the pigment, main cause is for the mutation is genetic drift. Due to a geographical isolation, genetically related individuals have been mating with each other. That is why the color of the tiger is changing. So you may get question from the melanistic tiger. If they ask black tiger, that is also a melanistic tiger, only seen in Simlipal tiger reserves. So other than Simlipal, we can find these type of species in Nandankanan Zoological Park. This is located in Bhubaneswar, and Ranchi Zoo and Chennai's Arignar Anna Zoological Park, where they are kept in a captive form. So these tiger species are found in Simlipal National Park. So let us discuss about the Simlipal National Park. This is one of the largest biosphere reserve in India and most population of the tiger present in these regions. So why Simlipal? Because of the silk cotton trees are more. That is why it is called as a Simlipal National Park. This is added under the UNESCO's list because of the special feature of the biosphere, and it has the world's highest rate of black tiger sightings in the world. So location is in Odisha. Cheetah. Why cheetah was in news? Because Cheetah Project Steering Committee officially approved the relocation of cheetahs from Kuno National Park to Gandhi Sagar National Park. Gandhi Sagar National Park, which is present in Madhya Pradesh, and Kuno National Park is also present in Madhya Pradesh. So let us first discuss about cheetah's feature. So cheetah usually they breed during the rainy season. So female cheetahs reach their maturity level when there is a 20 to 24 months. Compared to females, male mature later. That is 24 to 30 months. And gestation period of cheetah is approximately 90 to 95 days. You may get a question from this because last time about the elephant they ask about these type of questions only. And they typically give birth to 3 to 5 cubs. We have 7 big cats that includes cheetah also. Other big cats roar, but cheetah does not. In 2022, government came up with a project cheetah. According to that, 8 cheetah we imported from Namibia and reintroduced in Kuno National Park, Madhya Pradesh. And also along with Namibia, 12 cheetahs were imported from South Africa. That is also reintroduced in Kuno National Park. Now, the translocation is happened from Kuno to Gandhisagar National Park. That is why it is in news. Next animal is Asiatic lion. So, why Asiatic lion in news? Usually, these Asiatic lion found only in India, especially in a Gir forest in Gujarat. But now they are crossing their boundary. They are moving towards Diu Island. That is in a coastal region. So, they may ask question from Asiatic lions because till now they doesn't ask about the Asiatic lion. That is why they may ask. Asiatic lion is also known as a Indian lion because it can be found in India. And also, it is also called as a Persian lion. Before, these species can be found in West Asia and Middle East. But now in these regions, it became extinct. Only in India, we can see the Asiatic lion species. Nowhere else. Under IUCN, it is categorized as endangered in 2008. But now it is got recovered. Now it is moved to endangered to vulnerable under the IUCN category in 2025. So that is why you have to remember this Asiatic lion is in a vulnerable list. We have a African lion and Asiatic lion. African lion vulnerable and Asiatic lion is also vulnerable now. And under the sites, Asiatic lion is conserving under Appendix 1, but African lion Appendix 2. And Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Asiatic lion under the Schedule 1 category. Next, snow leopards. Snow leopards can be seen in Central and South Asia. South Asia. And in India, Western Himalaya and Eastern Himalaya, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh. Also in Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh can be seen as snow leopards. And major sites of snow leopards are, when it comes to national park, that is a Hemis National Park. Hemis National Park located in Ladakh region. So here we can see a snow leopards. And also Great Himalayan National Park. Great Himalayan National Park present in Himachal Pradesh. And Gangotri National Park, which is located in Uttarakhand. Kanchenjunga National Park, which is present in Sikkim. In these 4 regions, we can see the major sites of the snow leopards. Hemis National Park was the snow leopards capital of the world. And protection under the IUCN, it is categorized as a vulnerable species. And under the sites, it is categorized as Appendix 1, and under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is kept under Schedule 1. So, conservation efforts are Global Snow Leopards and Ecosystem Protection Program and Himalaya Sanrakshak Community Voluntary Program and Project Snow Leopard, and also establishment of parks, that is in Snow Leopard Conservation Breeding Program, which is in West Bengal in the Padmaja Naidu Himalayan Zoological Park. This is the major important things of the snow leopard species. Next species is clouded leopard. So clouded leopard, why it was in news? Because there was a study about the clouded leopards and their habitat, suitable habitat connections. So that is why it is in news. So let us discuss about clouded leopard. It is a wild cat located in Himalayas and also Southeast Asia into South China. There are 2 species of clouded leopards. One is clouded leopard, which is found in Southeastern Asia, and another one is Sunda clouded leopard, which is found in island of Sumatra and Brunei. So, by the name itself we can indicate Sunda land, Sunda region, that is in Sumatra and Brunei region. In using these words, we can easily identify where we can see this type of species. And they are one of the most Asiatic cat species. When it comes to distribution, it is found in Nepal, India, Bangladesh, and also Indochina to Sumatra region, Brunei region. And also sometimes we can see this type of species in Taiwan. We can see clouded leopards in the tropical rainforest, and also along with the tropical rainforest we can see these type of species in dry woodlands or secondary, that is a secondary forest. These are live in a mangrove swamp forest. Particularly when we speak about India, we can find this in Sikkim and West Bengal, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Assam, Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh, which is nothing but along with northeastern sister states. We can also find this in West Bengal region, and it is a state animal of Meghalaya. This time concentrate on the state animal of other states also, because they may ask question from which animal is belong to which state, which of the following state, or in a match the following format. Speciality of this species is this climb trees in a downward direction and also hang upside down and hunt in a trees. These are solitary animals, which is nothing but they will create a boundary, and lifespan is 12 to 15 years, which is very less. And conservation under the IUCN category, it is listed as a vulnerable species. These are arboreal predator. Next one is Indian rhino. Actually, rhino can be categorized into 5 parts. You can see in the picture, that is white rhino, Sumatran rhino, Indian rhino, black rhino and Javan rhino. First of all, let us discuss about the IUCN Red List category. This black rhino under the IUCN, it is categorized as a critically endangered because it is a very small number of species which is located. Under black rhino, there are 2 African species which is included. Then white rhino under the IUCN, it is categorized as a near threatened species. And one-horned rhino, it is under the vulnerable species. Next, Javan rhino is in a critically endangered one, and Sumatran rhino, which is under the critically endangered. So, in this 5 category, black rhino, Javan rhino and Sumatran rhino comes under the critically endangered category. One-horned rhino, that is found in India, that is under the vulnerable category, and white rhino is in the near threatened category. So only the great one-horned rhino is found in India. It is also called as the Indian rhino. In India, it is protected under 4 protected areas, that is Pobitora Wildlife Reserves, Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park, Kaziranga National Park, Manas National Park. These are the 4 protected area. We can see a most number of rhinos, and Kaziranga National Park, and it is also called as the tiger reserves. Alone, this having a 2400 species of the one-horned rhinos. And for the conservation purpose, under CITES, it is categorized as Appendix 1, and under Wildlife Protection Act, it is kept under Schedule 1. For the conservation, government efforts are 5 rhino range nations. 5 rhino range nations, which is important because this was established under the Delhi Declaration on Asian Rhino 2019. 5 rhino range nations are India, Bhutan, Nepal, Indonesia and Malaysia. And also Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change came up with DNA profile of all rhinos in the country, that is in India. And also National Rhino Conservation Strategy, which was launched in 2019. Indian Rhino Vision 2020, which was launched in 2005. Next one is Red Panda. So why Red Panda was in news? Because Red Pandas were brought into Padmaja Naidu Zoological Park, which is in Darjeeling area, West Bengal. From Netherlands, Rotterdam Zoo. Distribution of red pandas. These can be seen in a mountainous forest in Bhutan, China, India and Myanmar and Nepal. In this area we can see these red pandas. Especially in India, Eastern Himalayas, Sikkim, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya are the home to red pandas. Under the IUCN Red List, it is categorized as an endangered one, and under the CITES, it is kept under Appendix 1. Also, under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is listed under the Schedule 1 to protect the red pandas. So, what are all the threats to the red pandas? Due to decline of the forest region, especially a bamboo tree in the eastern Himalayas, and also expansion of the human settlement. These are the main threats to red pandas. These are herbivorous, shy, solitary and arboreal animals. In India, Asiatic elephants can be seen in Karnataka, Assam and Kerala. In Asian elephant, there is a subspecies. There are 3 subspecies of Asian elephants can be seen in India, Sumatra and Sri Lanka. When we can say habitat, these elephants can be seen in grassland, scrubland, evergreen forest and deciduous forest, which is nothing but except mountain forest. We can see in grassland, scrubland, evergreen and deciduous. So, Asian elephants are smaller than African elephants with proportionally smaller ears. To conserve these elephants, Government of India came up with Project Elephant in 1992, and under the IUCN list it is categorized as endangered one and Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 and also CITES Appendix 1. Usually there are 3 types of elephant. One is African savanna elephant, second one is African forest elephant, third one is Asian elephant. African savanna elephants, these are weights up to 7000 kg. Second category, that is African forest elephant, these are weigh up to 5000 kg. Then Asian elephant compared to African savanna and African elephant, Asian elephant is less weight, that is 4000 kg. Every year August 12th we celebrated as a World Elephant Day. So this time the theme of this program was personifying prehistoric beauty, geological relevance and environmental importance. One of the major steps is rehab technology. Rehab technology government is established under the Khadi and village industry. Next species, lion-tailed macaco. So lion-tailed macaco in India we can see in the Western Ghat part, especially in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala region. So it is endemic to Western Ghat region, that is evergreen rainforest region. To conserve these lion-tailed macaco, because recently due to increase in the human-wildlife interaction, lion-tailed macaco populations was reducing. That is why conservation of the lion-tailed macaco is most important. Under IUCN category, it is listed as a endangered and under Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 and CITES Appendix 1. These are arboreal and diurnal, which is nothing but they sleep at night in trees. Arboreal animal is nothing but those animals which living in the trees. That animals we call it as a arboreal animal. So in exam they'll mention whether it is a arboreal animal. So you have to say yes, and you have to identify or eliminate using the terminology technique. Next species is golden langur. So why golden langur was in news? Why it is important to exam perspective? Because in Assam, on the National Highway 117, due to some accident, golden langur was killed. So, which is nothing but there is an increasing increasing threat to these endangered species, because under IUCN category we have kept the species under endangered, which is nothing but we have to give more protection to avoid moving towards critically endangered. These species can be seen in Bhutan and Assam, and also when it comes to river, Manas river is the major part of the golden langurs, and also Sankosh river and Brahmaputra river. In these three regions, Manas, Sankosh and Brahmaputra region, we can easily find out this golden langurs. Habitats include subtropical and temperate broadleaf forest, which is nothing but a mean sea level elevation is more than 3000 meter. Correct, right? Because we can find a broadleaf where the mean sea level is more than 3000 meter. Do remember one thing, the name itself indicates golden langur because it this fur is in a golden color, but a younger one will be in a white fur. So if they ask about the younger one fur color, you have to say it is in white. Again, these are arboreal species because primarily lives in trees, and diurnal species. Correct? Even lion-tailed macaque is also a diurnal species. What is meant by diurnal? Which is nothing but active during day days is called as a diurnal species. Next species, yaks. This is called as a Himalayan yaks. Simply we can say it as a yak. It was in news because National Yak Day was celebrated on April 20th of 2025. This was celebrated by Nepal. That is why Himalayan yak was in news. So when it comes to feature or the characteristic of the yak, these are herbivorous, and domesticated yaks are used for milk, meat, and also pack animals and transporting goods across mountain passes. Sometimes due to crossbreed also these yaks are in use. The crossbreed can be produced with the domestic cattle to produce zo or chauri gai. When it comes to geographical distribution, these can be seen in Himalayan region, Tibetan Plateau, Mongolia and South Central Asia. Especially in India, these are seen in Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh. These are the places yak can be seen. Next, gorilla. Why gorilla was in news? According to few scientists, in future gorillas can discover some drugs which are self-medicating behavior values can teach. That's why gorillas was in news. These gorillas can be seen only in tropical forest of equatorial Africa, which is nothing but in African continent we can see gorillas. Eastern gorillas lives in Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Uganda and Rwanda. In these three countries we can see a gorilla distributions, and especially eastern gorilla. We have another species, that is a western gorilla. These can be found in Nigeria, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Republic of Congo and Angola and Democratic Republic of Congo. In these countries we can see western gorillas. Under the IUCN Red List, western gorillas and eastern gorillas are categorized as critically endangered species. Next one is pygmy hog. Pygmy hog is the smallest and rarest species of wild pig. In this picture you can see it is like a normal pig, correct? So these mammals build its own home. Why I am saying this is because in exam they'll ask about the habitat. That is why you have to concentrate. It builds its own home and also nest with a complete roof, and it acts as an indicator species because it represents the primary health of the primary habitat of wet grasslands. Its habitat distributed in India, especially in Assam region, Manas Tiger Reserve, and under IUCN category it is categorized as a critically endangered one, and under the Wildlife Protection Act it was kept under the Schedule 1. Next, Indian wild ass. Why Indian wild ass was in news? Because 10th wild ass population estimation, in simply we call it as WAPE, 10th estimation was conducted by Gujarat government. According to this report, Gujarat has estimated as a 7,672 wild ass. So wild ass is also called as a kaur, which is present in Gujarat region, and this has a ability to survive in extreme conditions like extreme heat condition. And under the IUCN category, it is categorized as a near threatened sites appendix 2. And under Wildlife Protection Act, it is kept under Schedule 1. And when it comes to distribution, we can see this type of as in India, Pakistan, and also Central Asia. Now these species are limited to Run of Kutch and Gujarat. Crocodiles. Why crocodiles was in use? There are 3 kinds of crocodiles. That is, first one is gharials, muggers and saltwater crocodile. First one, gharials. Why gharials was in news? Because Madhya Pradesh government released 10 gharials into Chambal river at the National Chambal Gharial Sanctuary, which is present in Morena. That is why the gharials are in news. So gharials are freshwater crocodiles, which belongs to crocodilian family. The gharial, which is nothing but ghara, means vessel. So these can be seen in Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal and Pakistan. And when it comes to rivers, these gharials can be seen in Chambal and Girva rivers. And also in India. In India, we can see this in Chambal and Girva river. That is a tributary of Ganga. But when it comes to Nepal, you can see these type of gharials in Rapti, Narayani rivers, which is in Nepal. So, gharial reserves of India are located in 3 states, that is Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. In these 3 places, you can see the reserves for the gharials to protect. During November and January, they'll mate, and March and May they'll lay the egg. Under IUCN category, it is categorized as critically endangered. Under CITES, it kept under Appendix 1 under Wildlife Protection Act under Schedule 1. The unique feature of the gharials is the snout. It has a longest elongated snout compared to all other 3 crocodiles. Second one is mugger crocodile. Mugger crocodile also a freshwater crocodile. These can be seen in India, especially in the middle Ganga region, that is Bihar and Jharkhand. So, gharials can be seen in these 3 regions. Muggers can be seen in Bihar and Jharkhand region, and also Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Rajasthan region, especially in a Chambal region. When it comes outside India, we can see it in border nations, that is Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Bangladesh, and also southeastern Iran. Under IUCN category, it is conserved under the vulnerable status, and under CITES it is categorized as Appendix 1. Third type is saltwater crocodile. The name itself indicates these crocodiles can be seen in salty region or the brackish water region, especially in the estuaries. So estuaries we can see these type of crocodiles. These are saltwater tolerant crocodiles. So when it comes to India, these can be seen in Sundarbans, Baitarkanika National Park and Andaman and Nicobar region. These can be also found in Bangladesh, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Australia and Solomon Island. IUCN, it is least concerned, and CITES Appendix 1 and Schedule 1 under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Next is Indian star tortoise. This picture you can see like star-like structure, no? That is why it is called as a star tortoise. So why it was in news? Because researchers have identified two genetically distinct group of the Indian star tortoise, namely northwestern star tortoise and southern star tortoise. These it has a high domed shell. These Indian star tortoise are endemic to northwest India, that is bordering with Pakistan. That is why we can see this in northwestern region and Pakistan, and also South India and Sri Lanka. These are mostly herbivorous because this eat grasses and leaves, flowers, etc. So for the conservation purpose, IUCN is categorized as a vulnerable, and under CITES it is kept under Appendix 1 and Wildlife Protection Act it is kept under Schedule 1. Next is Adhva game tortoise. The most important thing about this tortoise is it can live up to 100 years and native to Adhva Island. That is why the name is kept after the Adhva Island. Under IUCN category, it is listed under vulnerable and CITES Appendix 2. It is the world's largest tortoise we can see on the earth. Next, swamp deer. These swamp deer can be found in Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan and in India. But in Bangladesh and Pakistan, now it become extinct, which is nothing but we cannot find these species in Pakistan and Bangladesh. This is now restricted to Nepal, India, especially in the northeastern region and in the Assam region. Under IUCN, it is categorized as a vulnerable one, CITES Appendix 1 and Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1. Next species is four-horned antelope, which is also called as a chausinga. It is a deer species, you can see this. So why it was in news is, for the first time, this four-horned antelope was found in Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserves, which is in Madhya Pradesh. The habitat of this four-horned antelope can be seen in dry deciduous forest, especially in hilly areas, and where heavy undergrowth grasses are there and close to water bodies. So these are the smallest antelope found in India, which is endemic to Nepal and India. So when they ask about endemic species of four-horned antelope, you have to say it is in India and Nepal. These are the diurnal and solitary species. Note that only male species can grown on, not a female species. And in India, you can see these species in foothills of Himalayas and Deccan Plateau in the south. Under IUCN category, these species are kept under a vulnerable one. And when it comes to feature of this animal, long legs and shortest tail, you can say. Next species, Nilgiri Thar, which is also called as Nilgiri ibex. Under IUCN category, it is listed as a endangered one, and under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is kept under Schedule 1 to protect these Nilgiri Thar. So, it is a state animal of Tamil Nadu and also endemic to Nilgiri Hills, where this Nilgiri hill is portion to the Western Ghats. Especially you can see this in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, Karnataka. Kerala, Ervikulam National Park, we can see the largest population of the Nilgiri Thar species. Next is Kashmiri stag, which is also called as a angul. Why it is in news? Because CSIR, Central for Cellular and Molecular Biology, recently found that due to human disturbance during the mating and birthing season, increasing the stress level of the angul deers in the Kashmir region. So when it comes to distribution part, these species can be seen in Kashmir and northern Himachal Pradesh. It is a state animal of Jammu and Kashmir and only surviving Asiatic subspecies of the red deer family. So you have to remember this because it is in red color. So red deer family, you can remember like this. Next, these can be seen in valley and mountainous region of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Especially, these are protected in the Chigam National Park, Jammu and Kashmir, and Trala Wildlife Sanctuary. Tral Wildlife Sanctuary offer additional protection to these anguls. Under the IUCN Red List, it is kept under critically endangered. So, seasonal mating and birth pattern, mating from October to December and birthing is April to May. So, in this time, there is a human disturbances. These are the herbivorous species because this feeds on grasses, leaves and forest vegetations. Next one is double-humped camel. These are native to harsh and arid climate region, that is in Central Asia. And these occupy the habitats in Afghanistan and Mongolia steppe region and Gobi deserts. And the few species can be seen in Nubra Valley of Ladakh. So under the IUCN category, it is listed under critically endangered species. So 2 humps store fat which convert into water and energy when water and energy was not available. Next species, Namdapa flying squirrels. These are endemic to Arunachal Pradesh. So Namdapa flying squirrels are seen in a Namdapa National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. More number of species can be seen in this area. So it appearance as a reddish grizzled fur with white on the top of the fur. These are squirrels but not capable to flight like birds or bats. Instead, they glide between trees. Under IUCN category, it is listed as a critically endangered one, and under Wildlife Protection Act, it is kept under Schedule 2. And one more thing, these are herbivorous and they eat various fruits, nuts, seeds, fungi, flowers and tree saps. When it comes to distribution part, this can be seen in Dugong rivers in the northeastern region. Next one, Hollock gibbon. Hollock gibbon are the smallest and fastest of all apes. Can be seen in tropical and subtropical forest region, especially in the Southeast Asia. These are highly intelligent and having a distinct personalities. They have a strong family bonds. This year, they may ask about Hollock gibbon. So, there is a female Hollock gibbon and male Hollock gibbon. So, what is the difference between these two? When it comes to female, the female's Hollock gibbon can be seen in canopy of tall hollow trees and its diet consists of fruits, insects, etc. Females have grey-brown fur which is darker at the chest and neck, but the male has a black fur. And also there are two types of Hollock gibbon. One is Western Hollock gibbon and another one is Eastern Hollock gibbon. So Western Hollock gibbon under IUCN, it is categorized as endangered, and this thing, Eastern one is vulnerable. Under CITES, Appendix 2, both are conserving under Appendix 2, both Western and Eastern. And Wildlife Protection Act 1972, westerns are protected under Schedule 1. When it comes to habitation of the western hollow gibbon, these can be seen in tropical evergreen rainforest, tropical evergreen rainforest, semi-evergreen rainforest, especially in Bangladesh, Myanmar region, and also in the northeastern India. So when it comes to eastern region, so eastern ala gibbon. Eastern ala gibbon can be seen in evergreen, scrub and semi-deciduous forest also. And also it can be seen in mountainous broadleaf and pine forest. These eastern ala gibbon cannot be seen in India. This can be seen in Myanmar towards east of the Chindwin river. So easily we can say the eastern hala gibbon and western hala gibbon. Chindwin river is the border for both the gibbons. So when it comes to India, in India, these can be seen in a northeast region, that is especially in Assam. So western hala gibbon and also Bengal lories, both can be seen in this region. So bird species. So now till now we have discussed about the animal species, correct? So now the species which are in news. So first one is Indian skimmer. Indian skimmer is native to South Asia. Especially it can be seen in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and few species can be seen in Nepal and Myanmar region. The Indian skimmers recently spotted in Chambal River regions. Under IUCN category, it is listed as endangered one, that is Indian skimmer. Next one is Indian myna. We can call simply as a myna. This is a state bird of Meghalaya and Chhattisgarh. This time UPSC may ask about state birds or state animals. So be thorough with it. It can be seen in South Asia and Southeast Asian region. It is known for its ability to mimic noises including human speech. These are the omnivorous species. So in India, it can be seen in Sikkim. Apart from India, it can be seen in Nepal, China, Indo-China region, Thailand, Malaysia and Philippines region. And also it can be seen in Western Ghats and northeastern Arunachal Pradesh and lower Himalayan region. Under Schedule 1, under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the Indian mynas are protecting. Next, vultures. Vultures in India. So it is an old bird vulture native to Asia. So these can be seen in India, Pakistan and Nepal region. So it is listed as a critically endangered because it has many threats, and habitats can be found in savanna and other open habitats around villages, cities, etc. Next one is Great Indian Bustards. Great Indian Bustards can be seen in Indian subcontinent, and many of the species can be seen in Rajasthan. But nowadays the distribution of the Indian Great Bustards are moved to South India also. So these are listed under the IUCN category critically endangered, Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 and CITES Appendix 1. So these are the most important species which are in news, can be asked in UPSC 2025 examination. To know more about UPSC 2025, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Please share.